Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 8 of Zebu Nation Plays Endless Space 2. And let's jump right into it here. When last we left off, we had a bunch of things going on. We had a new colony ship that we built, and we've sent them past these raiders that are, terrifying our various systems here. Sort of ineptly terrifying them, but terrifying them nonetheless. In order to deal with them, we've designed some new warships, and we've got them in the queue. We left off, we're going to look at our science, but first thing I just want to kind of run down the state of the Empire here, go down our whole checklist, and we'll start with our systems. We still have the 3 colonies, we have 2 governors, we have a few things in production right now. We have interplanetary transport networks, xenotourism, and big data shipyards. And they're all going to be built in the next turn or 2. Currently, the Empire is 71% happy, so that's good. We've only colonized 3 of our maximum 16 colonies available. So this is a number I haven't really looked at, haven't really talked about much, but it's the number of colonies that you can have before your people kind of start bugging out and getting unhappy that the Empire has grown so large. I guess they don't like that. I don't know if that comes from like a Roman Empire thing, because I'm trying to think of when is the last time an empire like expanded and people got upset about it. Maybe that happened, in the early days of the United States when we were expanding out west. Did that make people less happy, more happy? I don't know. I don't know where that idea comes from, but I guess in terms of game mechanics, it's just a way of keeping you from just plundering the entire universe, the entire galaxy, I suppose. Anyway, we've got a ton of strategic resources, 85 titanium, 177 hyperium, so we're set there. And we're looking good in a lot of areas. Dust is very good. Manpower very high. We could use some more influence, but we just spent a bunch of influence to buy out some research, so that's not bad. All right, next. Oh yeah, we're going to look at also victory conditions here. We're looking okay. I think we're middle of the road here. We're first in supremacy, first in science, which is a little bit surprising. I didn't think we were doing that great in science, but I guess we are. We've got 10 technologies researched already. We're also first in wonders, which is a little weird, but that's probably just because we have these 7 quests completed, because we don't actually have any wonders, or deeds that we've successfully completed. So I guess that's just a score-based thing. And speaking of score, we are 4th in score, 4th in conquest, 5th in economy. So we have some work to do in those areas, but I don't know if we need to worry about that off the start, because conquest, meaning military, and economy, meaning production and dust, those are two of our strengths as the United Empire. So maybe later in the game we can kick into gear and really start beating up on some people. Anyway, political breakdown. We are still a federation. 3 turns until our next election. We don't really want to intimidate citizens. That would be no good. But we have 4 political parties that are currently being represented: the pacifists, ecologists, militarists, and industrialists. And our government is currently being led by the pacifists and ecologists. And one thing I wanted to look at was the Super Tax Act. It's a helpful law in terms of getting dust production, but I think it's making some of our citizens less happy than they should be. And really, I only enacted this law to meet one of our quests. So we don't really need that anymore, so I'm going to abolish the Super Tax Act. And we'll see if there's any other law I want to put up there. I don't think so. Any of these other laws are not too good. We could increase our happiness, but I don't really want to reduce it at the cost of my science. Larger host bill. We don't need more. We don't need any of this stuff. So we're going to just go with 2 laws on the books for now. That's all we need. Trading and resources, we still can't do that. Oh, we might be able to get to level 2 system development. Yeah, alright. So, you use your luxury resources to improve your colonies. And we have a lot of deciduous trees, 99. It only takes 25 to upgrade a colony. So this is cool. We can start doing this pretty early. And what it'll do is it'll upgrade your colony to level 2, which means it can have more population and more buildings and more production and all that kind of stuff. But also now it'll get +4 dust per population on planets, which will really help our dust production. So we're going to confirm that. Now that doesn't happen automatically. You have to upgrade each colony individual, but just the fact that we can do it now and we have the resources available to do it is very, very good. Go to our marketplace here. We couldn't sell some of these luxuries, but now we don't want to sell the luxuries. I mean, maybe we could sell the Eden incense, but I'm not really too keen on doing that. What would we get for that? Eden incense, we'd get 20 dust per. I mean, there's no point really in selling them at the moment when we have all the dust we could use. So that's no problem. We can't buy ships or heroes yet. Hopefully we'll do that soon, but not now. So science. This was something I wanted to really sort of dig into. Right now, we have impactless sites in the queue. That's a level 3 technology, and I think maybe we're going after it a little too soon because we have a bunch of level 2 sciences that we have not gone for yet. You know, a lot of these things will help us colonize planets and do other things, and they cost a lot less to research. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of new ones in the queue. I think we're going to start with xenology, because that gives us access to the embassy, gives us access to the spin project, which helps us produce more influence. So we're going to put that in the queue and make that first. It's only 5 turns away. Then I want to do... okay, is this the one I wanted to do? Yeah. So this is eukaryotic sap, which I don't know what that is. Advancing from a basic understanding of xenovegetation, this technology introduces cellular manipulation to create robust saps that have a range of applications. Okay, but what that allows us to do is it creates a new kind of module for us that gives us more movement points per fleet. That would be very good. It gives us an applied happiness program, which lets us sort of artificially boost the approval ratings of our population. But more importantly, lets us colonize snow, and that gets us one step closer to being able to colonize Arctic. The other one we need here is rare earth foams. That gives us a special support module, but it also gets us one step closer to baryonic shielding, which gets us warp drive. So we're going to add both of those to there, maybe even baryonic shielding as well. So let's see, how far down can we move impactless sites? 5 turns, 9 turns, 13 turns, 18 turns. We should put that first. Nope, I think they're all kind of the same. 5, 10, 14, 18, 36. All right. So now we've pushed impactless sites back, basically doubled it. It was from 18 turns to 36 turns. But we're going to have all these other technologies in between that. So maybe that'll help us keep our scientific lead on things. Let's see, was there anything else we want to look at? We don't need to look at fleet. Oh, I did want to look at fleets again because I looked back at that episode and there was battle tactic I wanted to change. I actually did want the post-op analysis in there because we should be winning some battles coming up. once our fleets are built, they should be superior to the enemies that we're facing, and we should be able to beat them without much problems. So I think what I'll do is I'll put the post-op analysis in place of the power to shields. So we've got one long range, which is the barrage fire, one short range, which is the turtle, and one mid-range, which is the post-op analysis. So that'll be good. We'll confirm those 3. That's all we need to look at there. We'll upgrade our ships as necessary. Our heroes are still doing fine. No problems there. Nobody's leveled up or anything like that. Quests, again, we have 2 quests. We have the main quest line where we need to win 5 battles. And then once our hero reaches level 5, we're going to send Lena out on a little research or a little search and destroy mission to find these arms dealers that are on the black market selling illegal weapons to our enemies. Don't want that. Alright, so now science, we're done with xenobiology. We can now colonize tundra. That's fine. And we have the public-private partnerships, so I think we're going to build one of those maybe. Gemini, I mean not right away, but at some point in the future, we were going to build it on Gemini. So there we go. Yes. And also we can upgrade our colonies as well. Let's see, how do we do that? Colony 1. Let's see. I know there's a way to upgrade these colonies. Formation policy. Improvements. No. Maybe we can't upgrade that colony. Oh, I know. I think it's a building. Yeah, there it is. It's a building right there. We'd have to build it. 1 turn. Okay. We'll do that. For... what system is this? Mira. Sure, why not? Put that up to the top of the queue. Alright, now we're remembering things. Level 2. Move that up just below big data shipyards. That's fine. We'll do that first. Then on Gemini 3, I think we can upgrade this one as well. Yes, we can. So that should use 75 of our 99 deciduous trees we had available. So it's going to take us a while to build those resources back. Alright, what's happening here? I got like my cursor is stuck or something like that. My cursor is stuck. Alright. There we go. Now we can move this up. This second place. So there we go. We're going to have all level 2 colonies here in a couple of turns. That'll be outstanding. Alright. So we can now end the turn. I think that's the earliest I've ever upgraded my colonies. I always forget about that as a function of what's going on. And, yeah, I never upgrade my colonies until like mid or late games when I'm just rocking like, 10 or 12 level 1 colonies. But now we've rectified that and we've got some level 2 colonies coming up. Alright, so let's move our fleets. Looks like our colony ship is out of danger. The pirates are back here and we've already moved on. So I'm pretty sure we were going to go colonize this planet right here, this system right here, Thea. Yep. So this is an interesting colony because it's a barren colony that has food on it because of this strange anomaly where it's a barren planet with rich soil. So I don't know how that happened, but maybe over its life, everything died off except this special bacteria, and now the special bacteria seeped into the soil, and it's just waiting for new life to be able to be planted in it. So there we go. Whoa, okay. Anyway, we're going to reach that colony in a couple of turns, and then we're going to start up our 4th colony, so that'll be good news. All right, what else do we got going on here? Calgaros have increased on Gemini system. That's good for them. There's our production. So we've got big data shipyards on Pictur, interplanetary transport network on Gemini, and level 2 modernization on Mira. Let's check out Mira now. It is a level 2 colony. Now 40 food. So what does a level 2 colony do for you? Does it say anything? Just says system infrastructure is robust and interconnected. I guess I should have looked and seen how that makes a difference. Oh, look at this. Mira 3 is now colonizable. Oh, look at that. We can we can study the life form as a project instead of shooting it with probes. That's interesting, but I think we do want to colonize this place just because we've reached the end of our possible number of citizens here. So we'll colonize Mira 2. It's an okay planet. It's not really anything to get too excited about. It's got a little bit of food, a little bit of science. It does have some titanium, so that's good. It's cold, which is not great, and it has a life form, which we don't know what it is, but hey, let's colonize it. Guess we'll move that up right there. So we'll do our xenotourism, and then we'll colonize Mira 3. That'll be fine. Und dandy. Do we have any ships in the area? Yeah, we do. No, we don't. Because those pirates are going to keep us out of there for a little while. So maybe, you know what? Maybe we will do that. Maybe we will study this little life form. Oh, I don't want to buy it out. Just going to move it up. There we go. 3 turns to study the life form. Might as well study the life form first before we set down a colony there. Because it could be a bad life form. I don't know. Now let's check out Pictur. So Pictur, next turn, we're going to be a level 2 colony. So take a look at these numbers here. 54, 31, 42, 24, 15. See if those change between now and then. Alright. So next up, alright, there's our completed stuff again. And then what do we got here? Latest political survey. 21% for the industrialists, 21% for the ecologists. So it looks like the industrialists and the no, that's 21% for the scientists and 21% for the militarists. So we are in a 3-way. Well, no. Let's count, really. Let's look at the numbers and see the industrialists have a slight margin over the militarists and the scientists, with the ecologists, pacifists, and religious classes bringing up the rear. Alright, so that's fine. That's fine and dandy. Let's get out of that and move to our next turn. Alright, looks like we've built one of our warships here. The Defender has been built. Take a look here. More pulsos have been created on Pictur. I don't know if they're born or not. But anyway, so Pictur now is level 2. Gemini, level 2 as well. So all of our colonies are level 2. We have a Defender up next, Cerebral Reality, and Life Form. So let's take a look at Pictur. So there you see these numbers have gone up a little bit. Food especially has gone up a few points. Production a little bit. I don't think dust science went up. influence seem to have gone up as well, so we're looking pretty good here. Happy about that. We got the Pulsos plus 5% science on anomaly, but we don't have any anomalies here, so I'd like to move these guys at some point. We need to get the spaceport. Can we send these guys on a spaceport? Destination. Mira? Or Gemini? Gemini's about to have a colony. I should probably check those other planets out before I start sending people there. Let's see. So these places also don't have any anomalies. Guess they've got 2 more spaces available. And this planet is being colonized here on Mira 3, so that's a good spot to send them. But I wanted to send them someplace that had anomalies. So there we go. Gemini 4 is where I want to send them, but it doesn't have a lot of population available. Yeah, and we're not... let's move this colony up a bit. Alright, so there we go. And we'll have a colony in 5 turns. That's okay, I suppose. Fertile. Alright, so this is a fertile planet, and they're on a fertile planet, so that's fine. Alright, so maybe I shouldn't be moving my population around just yet. We'll put those guys back. We'll send them once this other colony gets up and running. So there we go. Alright. So we got our production done. Move our fleets. Not much going on in the way of movement. Although I have new things flashing. Why are there new things flashing? Like, why is this... Why is this place flashing? I don't know. Why is... Usually when something is flashing, it indicates that there's something you can do there or something going on there. Like maybe something you can scan or a battle you can fight or something going on, but I don't see... Or maybe something connected to a quest. Oh, it's probably connected to... Yeah, I know what it's connected to. It's connected to that weapon smuggling quest. Those are the 3 systems that I need to investigate with my hero once she gets to be level 5. So, we'll end that turn and keep going. She should be able to get some experience points by being a governor, and then she should be level 5 pretty quickly. I should hope. Alright, more things have built. Our defender has been built. Gunship on the way. Cerebral reality, and we're about to colonize in a minute. Move our fleets. Okay, we are on the way there. Almost have a new colony. Pretty soon we're going to be able to take on those stupid old pirates. You know what? I forgot to start my timer. This is going to be a long episode. Alright, strap in. Buckle up. Here we go. Election time. This should be a little bit more of an interesting election because we have more representatives now. Official support. Who do we give our official support to? I think we keep our support with the industrialists. And, you know, don't like intimidating citizens. That's just not a good idea. Proceed to the next one. Here's the election breakdown. So those three systems have voted. It looks like the Scientist Party. Yes, the Scientists and Ecologists again. Very interesting. So we're going to have some new laws with the Scientist Party. So we wanted to boost our science, and this is the way we could do it. Whoops. Oh, our expedition has been successful. That one that we put in our work queue. So we just, I guess you can, instead of sending probes, you can just send people out to say, hey, what is that thing over there? So there we go. We sent out a land-based expedition on Mira 3, and we found some more Eden incense. So we've got a new resource deposit there and some more loot. So that'll help us if we need to get to the next level of colony, because you need 2 resources to get to the next level of colonies. So there we go. Here's our forced law that we have to take. The Oracle of Science. This top secret law orders a cabal of the Empire's most eminent scientists and engineers to form up a working group charged with inventing cutting-edge science with practical applications. The result, your empire can research technologies belonging to the next era. Effects, you can research technologies from the next stage of technology. This law is automatically activated when a political party is in power. Okay. Cool stuff. New event, Mind Matters. A brilliant investor from the Pictur system has created a wondrous piece of technology, a neural device that allows one to temporarily control the thoughts and actions of another. That sounds dangerous. Unfortunately, the inventor only created one, and he apparently passed away shortly after testing it for the first time. There's a bit of a hullabaloo over what to do with the device. So you can destroy the device, plus 10 approval on system, increases the Ecologist Party, or confiscate, plus 100% experience on heroes on system, and increase the military party. So Pictur, I wish it was our Emperor-elect, but it's not. It is our bodyguard. There's no negatives here. That's good. It's all positives. I don't know that we want to improve the Ecologist Party. A technology so potent should be put to good use, not destroyed. As long as powerful technology stays in the hands of the trustworthy, it's acceptable, right? I mean, I'm not really for that on a real level, but for the game, I think I will confiscate that and give myself more experience for the next 10 turns. Now, the other thing I could do now is I could switch my governors around. No, I can't do it that way. Where's hero management? There it is. Unassign. Unassign. Oops. Assign to system. Mira. Whoops. Oh, I guess they've designed it so you can't do what I just tried to do. Your hero has been moved recently and needs to adapt before being assigned again. Alright, so I'm going to lose 2 of those 10 turns to doing that. Alright. My mistake, but that's fine. Gotta learn that somehow, I guess, and that's how you learn it. So event, call a spaceman. A spaceman has ended as well as its effect, so that's good. Minus 15. Production on colonies on Empire and increase of the religious party, so that's fine. We studied the life forms, and now we're going to colonize that tundra planet on Mira. Excellent. Our pacifist laws have expired. And marketplace luxuries increase. Decreasing tensions in the galaxy led to a general increase in prices for luxury resources. That's good, I suppose. We'll send our fleets around. There's that weird fleet again, the Unknown Empire. I don't know who these guys are, but they're back. We should have our combat fleet ready shortly. Let's go back to our laws. We have 2 more laws we can enact. So let's take a look at some of these new scientific laws. There are 2 new scientific laws. Star Boogie Bill. +1... can never remember what that is. Like 50% of the time, I remember what it is. Influence. +1 influence per population. +3 movement points on ships. A noble effort by a team of serious researchers. This group of laws ensures that ship structures and systems are developed with movement and speed in mind. From mass and density analysis to engine power and efficiency curves, no scientific stone is left uncovered. Its proponents obviously are less happy with the unfortunate nickname that somehow stuck, the Star Boogie Bill. +3 movement points on ships. It's pretty good. So the upkeep is 1 influence per population. All right. Next is the Dirty Hands. Keeping a close hand on education and apprenticeship systems allows the Senate to funnel the Empire's human resources where they are most needed. This law, if passed, will result in a stronger and more efficient workforce in terms of production and construction. Dubbed the Dirty Hands Bill by opponents, some claim that only the higher arts and sciences should be supported with public money. So minus 20% system improvement costs. I like that. +2 influence upkeep. All right. So I think we're definitely going to pass the Dirty Hands Act. And we honestly don't need this bill. I mean, it's a cool bill to have, but our empire isn't really big enough for it to matter. So all it would be doing would be wasting our influence on something we don't need. Brains over bucks, +20% science, minus 10% dust on systems. A number of acts are passed that channel public funds into research, both private and public. While it's not cheap, the senators who back the measure are convinced that in the long term it will pay off handsomely. So this could increase our science yet again. I think we'll add that too. We don't need the dust currently. We're fine in terms of dust. So we'll pass that law as well. All right. Let's end that turn. Now we need to start producing influence. We get -8 influence per turn. So that means our empire is going to start shrinking. Whoa, here we go. A new event. Bumper crop. You've read the reports, and it looks like luxury resources generation across all your systems is exceeding expectations this year. You can already anticipate the response from your advisors, though the industrialists will advise you to quietly shore up the empire's economy with the extra goods, while the religious contingent will want you to make a big show of thanking the gods for a bountiful harvest. So we can either save the resources, +2 resource generation on strategic resources for 10 turns, increase the industrialists, or celebrate -10% on system development luxury cost. Increase the religious party. I don't know that we're ready to increase our system development again. Right? I don't think we have anything that needs luxuries other than, increasing the level of our colonies, and I don't think we're ready to do that right away because we spent most of our luxuries doing it the first time. So we'll save those resources and increase production. There we go. Oh, another deed. Seeker of Truths has failed. We haven't had a single deed that we've completed. Another empire has achieved this legendary deed. You are no longer able to achieve it. Be the first to search 10 curiosities. Really? We didn't get that? Okay, whatever. That's fine. Alright, so yes, we need to start producing some influence or we're going to be... our empire is going to start shrinking here pretty soon. You're going to start seeing these bubbles here. Shrinking, and we don't want that at all. If they haven't started shrinking already. So what can we do to increase our influence? Don't think we have anything at the moment. That increases approval. Nope. There we go. We can build the Denark University. So we also have the Academy that I'd like to build. That's 1,200. 2,400. So our next 3 projects would be all long-term projects. That's a lot. And then we wouldn't be able to build many more ships. Well, we'd have to cut the ships in line to build them. But that's alright, I suppose. Speaking of ships, we built a gunship. Now we have one more gunship to go. And then we can assemble our fleet and take on these stupid pirates. And other such invaders. Science, we've completed xenology, which gives us that embassy. Also now the spin project. There we go. We need to start building some spin projects. +1 influence per population. So let's take a look at our colonies. And we can build a spin project right there. It's good. Go back. Let's put that spin project above everything else. So that'll only take 2 turns. That's fine. Head to our next colony here. As soon as that is colonized, then we can build the spin project. So it's 2 turns. It's fine. We'll wait for that. And then this one is also waiting 1 turn, and then we'll be able to put a spin project there. So alright. That should solve our influence problems. Let's move our ships. There we go. Those pirates are still doing their thing, but now we've reached here. We can colonize Thea. Here we go. Thea 3, a huge barren planet. Huge barren. Ooh. Yeah, it's not very hospitable looking, is it? But it's got really nice soil that we should be able to... what are these things? So greener grasses absorbs 10 food each turn from opponent's outpost. We don't want that. Freehold fanfare. By marketing the possibility to start over with space, resources, and healthy subsidies, you can double the migration rate. I don't think we need that necessarily. Or for 350 dust, which we can afford, plus 100% food on system, we could use that. Because we're already dealing with a barren planet here. So let's do that. Because we can just transport population out there if we need population that badly. Alright, so there we go. Oops, there we go. End that turn. So you can see how we roll through less turns in our time frame at this stage of the game than early in the game. Because early in the game you don't have a lot to do. You don't have a bunch of colonies, don't have a bunch of politics and other things going on. You just sort of advance your turns. But now we have to kind of stop and think each turn. What are we doing? What are we planning? All that kind of stuff. Alright. So there we go. Level up for Hedry. Oh, I didn't. There we go. We can assign her to a system now. We'll assign her to Pictur. So she lost a couple of turns of experience, but hopefully now she'll get that back. Let's inspect Hedrilenko. He got a skill point. And so what do we need here? Do we need dust or do we need production and food? Probably production and food. So we'll close that out. There we go. Got our heroes sorted. Oh, he's level 5 now? So I could send him on the... I didn't realize he was level 5. They're both level 5. What's happening here? How did I miss that? So yeah, assign a hero of at least level 5 on Gemini, Pictur, and Mirror systems. Oh, so we have to have a hero assigned. Does that mean simultaneously we have to have 3 heroes of level 5? Yes. Okay. So we're going to need another hero in our empire before we can complete that. But we have completed the gunship. We have colonized this tundra planet over here. Mirror 3, we've colonized it with a Harisham. That's good. So we'll put the spin project on there. Put that up. Let's see. What else do we need to put on there? We can add the Miners Union. Yeah, we're gonna move some population there, right? No, that's not where I wanted to move it. I wanted to move it. Not there. Not there. Okay, still waiting. Still waiting one turn to colonize Gemini 4. Alright. So that's where I wanted to move them because they have these anomalies. Okay, now we're getting things in order. But what we can do now that we have all 3 of these ships... Anyway, trying to select more than one. Okay, let's select all these and merge them into one fleet. There we go. We can even send down... Do we want to send one of our pioneers down there as well? Because we have one more fleet point available up here. So we could add one more ship. But I don't think we need to. Because it will just end up in that ship getting like focus fire and destroyed. So we'll just guard this system. Now hopefully that doesn't attract all 3 of those fleets to our one fleet. But if it does, that's okay. We'll start winning those battles here shortly. Let's keep the turns rolling along. Been playing so much Battlegrounds lately. I'm even watching people play it right now on Twitch. I don't know. It's a fun game. I wouldn't say it's addicting, but it's like one of those games that it's super fun to play with your friends. So, you know, when everybody gets online, that's just the game everybody wants to play. All right, event N, the Shoulders of Supergiants. The event on the Shoulders of Supergiant has come to an end, as well as its effect. Plus 20 approval on systems, 10% dust on systems, increases pacifist party. All of that has ended. So how has that affected our empire? Our empire approval has dropped to 46% in its content, so we're no longer happy. You see a lot of our numbers up here that have been inflated have now dropped. We're now only making 67 dust per turn, 21 population per turn, and -5 influence per turn. Okay. Alright, we got some more Harishams. They've been increased. They got a new colony as well. Spin project has been completed on Pictur, so that's gotten us a little bit more influence. And Gemini has now been colonized. So there we go. It can only take one population. That's no good. But we can put a spin project on it, so we'll do that. Alright, now. Do we wait for them to come here, or do we, let's give it one more turn and see which direction they go, because I think we can make it to Pegasus before they do if they start the return trip there. Got our little isosceles triangle here. We're on the shortest axes. Which way are they? Oh, they're going. So we get two of them staying there, or are they all staying there? It looked like one of them was heading our way towards Pictur, so we'll keep it. We'll keep it there. More Hisho on Pictur, that's fine. There we go. They're all heading this direction. Okay, so we're gonna have to. Oh boy, we're gonna have to fight 3 battles in a row, I think. Colonial Exchange has been built. Baryonic Shielding has been completed. So there we go. We've got our warp drive. And we've got our advanced scanners. So let's go to our ships here. Patrol ships. No, the Pioneer ships. Let's... Do we have auto upgrade on those? No. Looks like we can't auto upgrade any of this stuff. Why not? What do we got here? Warp drive and warp drive. Maybe we don't need to auto upgrade them. They'll just auto upgrade themselves. Improved probes. Improved probes. Okay. Alright, I guess that's fine. So, can you do anything? Can you scan anything? No. I don't know. I kind of want to send them that way. They'll be there in 3 turns, which might not be enough for the initial battle. But they might be able to pick off the wounded stragglers. That might be a better option for us. Instead of having this fleet fight all 3 battles. Alright, our dust production has gone back up to plus 123. And we're now at plus 2. We're gaining influence now instead of losing influence, so that's good. Interplanetary transport has been completed. Spin project on the way. Let's move our fleets. Oh, we're a little faster than them maybe, so we might make it there just in time to support our other fleet. Got about 5 minutes left in this match, so we'll see this episode. Been recording too much Football Manager over the last couple of years, so here we go. Battle of Pictur, I think, coming up next. The event Ghost in the Machine Part 2 has come to an end, so plus 10 dust on systems on Empire, so that decreased our dust a little bit, so here we go. The Defender and 2 gunships versus the 3 pincers. Let's take a look at Advanced. And what do we want to do? Do we want to do the post-op analysis? We are 100% compatible with this. It's a medium range fight. They're going with shield wall. Long range, we are 85%, hull plating 95%. So I guess we'll go with the 100%. We'll get extra experience on the fleet. Hopefully we don't blow up too much. So our Defender has 16 attack, 174 defense. Gunships, 55 attack, 122 defense as well. So those are pretty good ships. And their fleets, the pincers, they have 44 attack, 96 defense. So we should outclass these guys. We should be able to beat them, but you never know. So let's start this battle, see what happens. Hard target, plus 25% long range. So they're going to be trying to fight us at long range, and we're going to be trying to fight them at medium range. See how this works out. Oh, we also have Prowlers versus gunships. What's happening here? They're just... Did they skip that other battle? They did. They skipped that other battle for some reason. Battle at Pictur. So I guess we lost the Defender in that first fight. That's no good. And now it's Prowlers versus gunships. So they must have teamed up and taken out our Defender, and now let's see if we can team up and take out their Prowlers. Let's see how we're doing. We're pretty even, I think. So we've got 2958 left on that hull. 2257. They've got 24. That one's full, and that one is about to be destroyed. 923 left out of 2492. So we're focusing on our fire on one of their ships and doing a lot more damage than they are. I'm sad we didn't even get to see the Defender in action. You know, it just sort of gets blown up off screen because we got 2 battles in the same system. That shouldn't happen that way. It should wait for the first battle to get over, and then you should play the second battle. So we destroyed one of their ships. They might return the favor here. No, we still got 1,400 hit points left. They've only got 1,800, and we got 2 ships blasting away at them. So we should be able to beat up on this Prowler. Blasting away. It might be a draw here. Getting close to the timer's end. How much hit points does he have left? 800. There's our timer for the episode. And it's a draw. So we took out one of their ships. That's kind of a bummer. Alright, so I guess we could rewatch this ship where we... Oh, they still got 2 pincers left. Yeah, let's rewatch this one that we didn't get to see. It was like we had 2 battles running simultaneously. That's weird. Because it had the same ships in the fleet, so I don't see how they could do that in space-time. Can't have 2 objects, you know what I'm saying, like in the same space at the same time. Let's launch the battle. So there's our defender. Poor, ill-fated defender. Here come these pincers. These are kind of cool-looking ships. They got the dual hulls, maybe tri-hulls, versus our sort of boxy-looking ships. Oh, they got torpedoes. So that's why they're engaging us at long range. So we should have engaged them at short range, because then those torpedoes wouldn't be able to blast our defender ship. But our defender did its job. Its job is to take fire. Although I would prefer it to survive. They've got shields as well, so that's taking up hits from our laser cannons. You see a couple of their missiles got shot out of the air by our slug cannon, so that's good. Focusing our fire on 1 or 2 of their pincers. Looks like we're focusing our fire on 1 of their pincers. And there it goes right there. So that was not a great fight if we each lost 1 ship. I think we kind of engaged them at the wrong range. Because if we stay at medium range, then they can keep firing those torpedoes at us, and that's no fun at all. Our defender's lasting quite a long time. It's got 155 hull left, and there it goes. Maiden voyage, and it gets destroyed, and there's another draw. Huh. Okay. So there we go. We finally get to see both of those battles. The spin project completed on Mira. What sucks is we need to win 5 battles, and we just had 2 battles that were a draw. That's no good. Move our fleets in. So there we go. So there we go. Now our pioneers can attack somebody. Let's attack the Reavers and beat the Reavers at Pictur, because this Prowler is on its last legs. Do we want a turtle? Or do we want the experience? I don't think we care about the experience so much. So let's turtle and just go right at them and get our plus 55% hull plating. And once we finish up this battle, then we can end the episode. It's been an extra long episode. Probably a 45-minute episode, I would think. But this should get us our first win. Hooray, hooray. So here we are. Our 2 Pioneer scout ships with their short-range slug cannons. Not that short range. They're sort of all-range slug cannons. Oh, that's right. They've got laser turrets, too. I forgot about that. There we go. 1 slug cannon, 1 laser turret. Versus the Prowler that looks like it has just 2... No, it has the same thing. It has the same loadout. Laser cannon and slug cannon. How many hit points does it have left? 29 hit points left, so that should be it right there. You can hear it exploding. There's the explosion. Decisive victory. So the scout ship swooped in, picked up the kill there, but we have another set of prowlers coming in. That's going to be a bit of a tougher fight. We have the 2 pincers versus the 2 gunships. So this is going to be a close call. Free battle tactic modification available. You can now edit your tactics for free. Open the battle tactic planet. Or what? Battle tactics. We didn't get anything new, so don't need to edit that. All right. Confirm. No changes have been made. All right. So get out of here. All right. Going to end the episode there. We got more fighting to do in the upcoming episodes. So until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.